And good evening. Welcome to Hockey Night on Twitch. It's TSR will cover the Capitals and Penguins. Oh, what? You really thought I wasn't going to cover the Crosby-Ovechkin rivalry? Yeah, you're funny. Let's see. I might have to watch it on my local feed. Must be blacked out in Washington, so I got to change it. My title. So, won't be getting the NBCSN stream. Instead, I'll be watching it on NBC Sports Washington. Since I live in Maryland, it's going to be blacked out in my area. Meanwhile, if you're out there in Western PA, you will be watching on AT&T Sportsnet Pittsburgh. So we've got 3 different feeds. So as usual, I might be ahead of the action. I might be behind in the action. So bear with me. The case is about 5 minutes to face off. Let's go over the players to watch in the last 5 games for the Capitals. Who else but Alex Ovechkin? 8 points, 4 goals and 4 assists. And also good guy to watch for goals. For assists, Nick Backstrom with 5 assists. And in terms of plus minus, Michael Scabosa. I probably did not pronounce that name correctly. Yeah. If you're in Maryland and you're putting on NBCSN right now, it's just showing a car show. Anyway, meanwhile, for the Penguins, guys to watch the last 5 games, Brandon Rust, 7 points, 3 goals, 4 assists. In terms of plus minus, Cody Ceci has a plus 4. So about 5 minutes to face off. Hold on a second. All right. So I still have the goalie matchup for the Capitals. The Vitek Vanasek, who is 5-3-2 this regular season, a 3.26 GAA, the save percentage of 90.1 is back up. 30 Ilya Samsonov, 1-0-1 this year, GAA of 3.36, the save percentage of 86.8. On the other side, for the Penguins, Tristan Jarry, 3-4-1 on the year with a 3.82 GA and a save percentage of 86.4%. And we've got Casey DeSmith, who is 4-1 this year, GA of 2.84, and a save percentage of 88.5. Season series so far, Penguins 3-0. Capitals officially 0-1-2. First meeting was a shootout in which the Penguins won 4-3. That was back on January 17th. 2 days later, Pens won it in overtime 5-4. And then Sunday, the Penguins defeat the Capitals 6-3. All three meetings have been in Pittsburgh. But the next four will be in Washington. First game of the set will be February 23rd, so next Tuesday night. And the Thursday was the second game of the set. And then April 29th and May 1st. So late season showdown. So we are just about ready to roll. Uh-oh. Maybe having some technical difficulties on Paint, so I might have to get that. Stand by. Okay, here we go. Not getting it right tonight. So just while that loads up, here's the goalie matchup. In net for the Caps, Vanasek. In net for the Penguins, Jari. And I'm trying to get the scoreboard up as soon as I can. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but at least I can still call the game. Okay. And puck's about to drop. Won by the Capitals. Up to center ice. Pens take it. Dump it into the Caps zone. Played by Vanasek. In the right corner by the Capitals. They're going to fight for it. Penguins look like they got control of it. Penguins with it behind the net. Staple gun into the boards. Now fight for it behind the net. Caps with it. Trying to move it up. Up in the air at center ice. Pens able to take control of it. Dump it into the Caps zone. Played by Vanasek. Now the Caps with behind the net. Now take it up center ice. Lost control of the puck. They're able to regain it in the Pens zone, but now they give it away. Pens trying to move it up. They will. Up center ice. Trying to drive it in. Pass right, but it's taken by Ovechkin. Trying to move it up ice. They will. Into the Pen zone. They fight for it in the left corner. Fighting for it. Looks like the Caps. Oshie got control of it, but he gave it away. Char shot, and it hit some guys in front, and they went above the net. Pens with it now. They take control. Now up center ice. Into the Caps zone. Caps will knock it out of play, so give me a chance to try and get this situated. So a bit of technical difficulties start off the night. A little extracurricular activity is Chara, and I didn't see 53. I still can't read the guy's name. 53. Got into it a little bit afterwards. The face off to the right of Vanasek. Face off, won by the Penguins. Shot, saved by Vanasek. Rebound, can't get the shot off. They fight for it along the left side. Pens with it now. Shot from the slot. Saved by Vanasek. Try to move this along. And it looks like Char is going to the box. The face off to the right of Vanasek. Won by the Capitals. They're going to try to get it out. And Pens take control of it in center ice. They drop back. Drop back in their own zone, trying to move it up. They will. Again, Crosby drops it back. Looking. Going behind the net. Malkin, shot! Stopped by Vanasek. Okay. As Malkin tried to stuff it in, but Vanasek was right there. So the penalty was holding Charles Gensel. And face off to the right of Vanasek, won by the Pens. Drop in, looking. Passes over. Right in front. Now they're just looking to go around the horn. Shot on net, saved by Vanasek. Vanasek getting tested early on. And it was Rust right there. Fires it, but Vanasek right there hugging the right post. And speaking of the right side, the faceoff is to his right side. Won by the Pens. Shot goes wide of the net. We're going to go around the horn. Letang drops back. Back to Letang. Back over Malkin. It gets away. Hagelin racing with Malkin. And the Pens able to take it up ice. Crosby with it. Trying to dump it right in front. Now it's to the right side. Oh, Crosby with it now. He lost it. Caps take control, trying to move it up ice. And dumped into the Penguin zone. It was a dump in, but we'll get it across center. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Caps with it. Skate or die! Shoot! No, he couldn't get the shot off, and he runs over Jari. Play will go on. Now it's stopped. Garnett Hathaway had a skate or die, but he couldn't pull the trigger. And now, as a result, it's going to be in the penalty box, probably for interference. Hathaway drove, but he couldn't get a shot off. He drove too close. And now the Pens, for a little while, will have a two-man advantage. Trying to see if Jari's all right. I don't know what they called exactly. The faceoff will be to the right of Vanasek. And yes, it was goalie interference, although he was driving in, but he got a little too aggressive, ends up taking him out, so I guess that's why they called it. And face-off taken by the Pens. Malkin with it. Drops back. Looking to go around the horn. The right side. Fire shot saved by Vanasek. Trying to move it up ice. Letang trying to keep it in the zone. He will. Played along the right side. Letang over to Malkin. Malkin looking. Pass across ice. It's not caught cleanly. Malkin with control of it on the left side. Drops it back behind the net. Back to Malkin. Malkin cross ice pass. The shot on net just went wide. Trying to move it. Letang with it. Drops back. Malkin looking. Passes. Drops it back. Malkin tries to keep it in the zone. He will. Penn's out in front. Shot! No, it didn't go. It went wide. Penn's still with it. Malkin's shot hit a player in front. Of course, I'd see you, King Savage, bruh. Yeah, of course, you're rooting for the Pens. Caps try to get it out. One penalty is expired. Pens with it still. Played along the right side. Tried to get past. It was blocked. Caps with it. Try to move it. And they will. As Jari there plays it. Taken by the Pens. Looking to try to move it up ice. Drop back. Pens now take it up ice. Driving. Pass across. Vanasek denies him right at the doorstep. Pens do keep it in. Now they have to retreat back to center of stoppage of play. Letang shot. Deflected. And look. Oh, man, it hit the post. It didn't go wide. And then Crosby at the doorstep. Couldn't get it. And the Caps take the face off. 18 seconds to go in the power play. Jari plays it. Puck behind the net. Pens looking to move it up. One last push of the power play. Driving, looking. And back to full strength. Played along the right side. Now behind the net. Caps take it. Now to center ice. Tried to move it in, but dumped into the Pen zone. Moving along the left side. Up to the right side. Now back into the Cap zone. Orlov. Oh, got away from him. Now they got to fight for it in the left corner. Penn's trying to take it back. Out to center ice. And fighting for it. Penn's looking to get control of it. They will. Moving up. Fire on net. Saved by Vanasek. Orlov tries to play it. Caps with it. Now they move it across the center ice. Trying to move it. Shot on net. Saved by Jari. $13:28 to play. Crosby gets the post. And we got no score. Oh. I never put the first period in. Yeah. Been battling with technical difficulties all night. Since I know on OBS it says I've been streaming and recording for about 18 minutes, but I went off air. Duration on my stream manager says 9 minutes. Back in Pittsburgh, no score. Caps able to kill the two-man advantage. Both sides missing opportunities. Caps had a skater die, denied. And two Penguin shots going off the post. This one's to the left of Jari. And taken by the Pens. Trying to get across center ice. They will, but they lose it. Caps with it. And they bungle it. Pens with it now, so they move it across. Trying to move it up. And they will. Puck skips on them. Pens with it, but they got to get back. And it looks like they got him offside. It's 13:05 to play. And it looks... Face off won by the Pens. As they dump it into the Cap zone. Play for along the right side now behind the net. Pens looking to try to get it. They will. Shots! It goes wide. Rebound. No chance. And another puck put on net, but Vanacek right there. Pens trying to keep it in the zone. Looking to go around the horn. Now fighting for it along the right side. Pens with it. They try to move it around. Looking. Shot goes wide. And back into the center ice, down into the Pen zone. Pens will play it. A little bit of a wipeout behind the net, but he's able to recover. The roll up ice, and they will. Past center, drops it back. Met up by the Caps, and now they're going to take it. Try to move it up. They will, but the Pens intercept it. Caps take it back. Trying to move it across. Now the Pens with it. Cross ice pass, but the Cap got in the way. Orlov with it, trying to move it up. He will. Now looking for help. He has to dump it into the Pen zone. And it looks like it went out of play. Now, strangely enough, it was around this time last year I made my hockey debut on Twitch, and it featured these Pittsburgh Penguins in an NBCSN game, except it was against the Maple Leafs. So, yeah. 1 year ago today, I called the Battlehawks and Roughnecks my second XFL game. I missed the XFL. Just wait one more year. Face off to the left of Jari. Won by the Pens. Play along the right side. Now going back behind the net. Pens with it. Trying to move it up ice. They will. But lost control of it. Caps take it at center ice. Dump it into the Pen zone. And Pens try to move it up. They will. It's a 4-on-3. Dumped into the Cap zone. They'll play it behind the net. Staple gunned into the boards. Pens with it. Letang. Cross ice. Looking. Still looking. Letang with it. Fires! Looked like it went off a player and it went wide. Pens keep it in the zone. Oshie with it. Now he lost it, but the Caps able to get it. Looking to move it up ice. Well, waiting. Now going behind the net. to see which way they commit. Now they will move it up ice. And here we go. Carlson passes. Shot goes wide. Fight for it along the right side. Penguins with it now. Trying to move it up ice. Drops back. Up to center. And they'll dump it into the Caps zone. Fight for it along the left side. Caps come away with it. Backstrom dumps it into the Penn zone. Jarry knocks it down with his stick. They fight for it behind the net. Penn's with it now. It's taken right in front, but they couldn't get a clean pass. Penn's with it. And they dump it into the Caps zone. Chara will play it. Looking to move it up ice. They will. Into the Penn zone. Penn's with it. And a wipeout. Caps able to get control of it. Like they give it away, but Penn's give it right back. 3-on-2. Looking. It's intercepted. Rust boosting it up ice. They will. Hit off a Capitals. Oh, they're going to still call it icing. I thought it went off a player, but it didn't. And Todd Reardon now with the Penguins after a short stint in Washington. So, yeah, nice way to give the Cap fan base the middle finger. He said, all right, you fire me, I'm going to go to your rival. Face off one to the right of Jarry. Shot on net, hit players in front. Caps keep it. Shot from long range, just goes wide. Eller with it behind the net. Ponick drops back. Caps able to keep it going. Long range shot. And Jarry will save it. .9:27 to go in the opening period. No score. No score tonight in the Steel City so far. Both sides with opportunities that have been no-goes. Meanwhile, elsewhere around the league, in Buffalo, the Islanders lead the Sabres 2-0. And halfway through the first period in New York, no score between the Rangers and Devils. Face-off taken by the Penguins. Up to center ice, they knock it into the Caps zone. Play for it behind the net. Now the Caps with it on the right side. Penn's put a puck on net, but it went high and wide. Malkin with it. Lost it. Caps with it. Now try to move it up. They will. And they lose control of it. Able to get it back as Wilson dumps it into the Penn zone. Pittsburgh with it. Trying to move it up. Player gets stable gun into the boards. Caps with it, trying to move it up ice. They will. And now the Pens take it, try to move it up ice. They are going to get to center. Have to dump it into the Cap zone, excuse me. Dillon with it, trying to move it around to Carlson. Carlson trying to take it up. He has to launch along the right side. Pens, did he keep it in? He did. Play for it in the left corner. Caps dump it into the Pen zone. And icing will be called. So face-off will be to the right of Vanasek. Face-off won by the Pens. On the right side, puck put wide. And a stoppage in play. And a shot went wide. And we got another stoppage of play. I didn't think we even knew what happened. Quick shot. Oh, Vanasek got a leg save on it. And puck taken by the Caps, getting out of their own zone. Crosby takes it at center ice. On the right side, looked like it deflected into the Caps bench. And spot shadow on Crosby. By the way, is it really true that Pittsburgh is considering trading Crosby? I've seen rumors on the web, but I'm having a hard time believing it, as Penn's taking it at center ice now into the Caps zone. I'll pick up more on the Crosby trade rumors later, but right now played on the right side. Trying to fight for it, still fighting. Penn's with it, but they get it. Letang puts one on net, and Cap player gloves it down. Oshie trying to move it. He will. Looks like Ovechkin drops it back to shot, and it's stopped by Jari. Rebound. And somehow Jari kept it out. Gotta see what happened there. Ovechkin passed across. It looked like it was a deflection. Caps were pushing. Ooh. Jari almost put it right in the net. He was trying to cover it up. Now his glove was over it, so we wouldn't have been able to see if it crossed or not. But no, I would have a hard time believing that that's true, that the Pens want to trade Crosby. I'd find out. And it looks like they're going to review it, although really I don't know what there is to review. His glove was over top of it, so you wouldn't be able to see if it crossed or not. But he came pretty close. Right there. Yeah, it was no goal. Pens dump it off cross ice. Take it at center. Dumped into the Caps zone. Pens within the left corner. Behind the net, moving to the right. Pass in front, intercepted. Caps try to move it out. They will. Drops back. Chara. Chara's shot hits some players in front. Caps control at center. It's Chara. Caps trying to move forward. They can't. Pens take it in their own zone. Move it up ice. Caps within their own zone. Chara. Cross. Caps going to take a second, see which way Malkin goes, and he'll get up center ice. Malkin will take control of it back into his own zone. Passes. And now into the Caps zone. And it looks like a penalty upcoming. Or is it offside? Looked like a pass that got away. It looks like they called it offside. league leaders career points against the Penguins since 2015. Backstrom leading with 28. Oshie second, 27. And Brad Marchand and Claude Giroux with 22. Caps take it up the center. Drops it back. Played along the right side, or left side to the right by Backstrom. And the Pens taking it in the left corner, trying to move it out. Fight for it along the left side. Caps with it. Puck goes from right to left. Backstrom passes, drops back. Dillon, fire save by Jari. And he'll get his own rebound. Caps would try to dump it in front, but there was Penguin players there. Backstrom along the left side. And Pens able to fight it free. Caps have to go back into their own zone. Taking along the right side, Wilson. And Verano with it, drops back. Another drop back, Pens have it. 3-on-3. Russ, the Crosby. Looking. Drops it back. And fired to the right corner. Taken by the Penguins. And Caps able to get it. Dump it into the Pen zone. It's where Joseph will play it. Up to Letang. Puck skipped on now. Oshie drops back to Ovechkin. Shot off the glove of Jari. As they fight for it in the left corner. Caps come away with it. Now it's taken by the Penguins. Lost control of it. Penguins with it. Center ice. Now taken into the Caps zone. Right side. And puck going along the back of the net. Caps with it. Trying to move it up. They will. Dump it into the Pen zone. And that will be an icing. Ovechkin shot. Oh, went off the left shoulder, not glove, excuse me, of Jari. Looked like the glove. It's face-off taken by the Capitals. Along the boards, out the center into the Pen zone. It looks like Jari's going to play it really dangerously because Caps were coming with a charge. And Pens with that center ice into the Caps zone. Malkin. Cross-ice pass, but it looked like Vanacek got in the way. As that goes into the Pen zone. Pens trying to move it up ice. They will. No, they won't. Caps trying. Moving in. Try driving in the net. Hathaway could not get a clean shot on it. Malkin plays it along the left side. Now moving along. Pens trying to get it out. Playing in their own zone, trying to move it up. As they're trying to get the right line out. And now they will. Move it up to center. Dumped into the Caps zone. Where Dillon will play it. They'll try to get it out. The center, Pens. And Caps trying to fight for it. Now goes in behind the net. Pens are going to play it. Caps with it now. Tried to center and pass, but he couldn't get a clean in and couldn't get a shot. Played for it along the right side. Stick saved by Jari. Jari covering. Puck long. And now the Pens get it out of their zone. Dump it into the Cap zone where Carlson will play it. And it will go in. And stopping the plays, it might have hit the netting. .223 to go in the first. No score. We are scoreless over 17 minutes into the game. Not like there hadn't been opportunities by either side. Face-off will be in the Caps zone. Oh, no, it's at center ice. Neutral ice, I should say. Pens with it. Oh, sorry. And Caps will play it behind their net. Trying to move it up. They end up dropping back, trying to move it up, and there it goes. Center ice. And it was deflected into the Caps bench. Spot shadow Jake Gensel. Pens rocking their yellow alternates tonight. I have to say, a Pittsburgh team with a decent alternate. Yeah. Face off won by the Caps. They get it out to center ice into the Pens zone. Played by Joseph, moving up. And dumped into the Caps zone as the puck skipped on him. Played along the right side. Shot! And it hit players in front. Caps with it. Across center ice. Now into the Pen zone. Kuznetsov shot going wide. Oshie waiting for it. Passes along the boards. Played in the left corner. Left side. Now back. Left side is Oshie trying to find somebody. Ovechkin. Goes back. Char shot. Hit players in front. And Ovechkin with it. Looking for help. Drops it back to Chara. Chara trying to move in. He lost control of the puck. Joseph dumps it behind the net. Move it up. Crosby with it across center ice. And he'll dump it into the Caps zone. Played in the left corner by Carlson. Now they move it up ice. It's across to Panik. They'll fight for it in the right corner. Taken by the Pens. And they'll dump it into the Caps zone. Caps move it up, but the Pens take it at center now. Drop back into their own zone. Malkin with it. 24 seconds to go in the first period. No score. And we got an icing on the Penguins. With 21.7 to go in the opening frame. Face off to the right of Jari. Won by the Penguins. Trying to move it up. And it will go into the Caps zone. Played by Vanasek. Caps will try for one last push. Up to center. They dump it into the Pens zone. The Pens with it. They're going to try for one last. They lost control. Shot. Saved by Vanasek. And that will do it for the first period. Offensive struggle here in the Steel City tonight. No score. One period in the books, no score. Let's go through the stat line so far tonight. Caps out shooting the Pens in the first period, 15-13. Pens had 2 power plays. We weren't able to do anything with them. Pens winning 62% of the faceoffs. Caps with 6 block shots. Penguins with 1. Penguins took 2 away. Caps took just 1. Caps out hitting the Penguins 13-9 so far. Elsewhere around the league, we start off Buffalo, where the Islanders have a 2-0 lead on the Sabres. My fire can just cooperate with me. I can get. The Islanders goals by. My fire can just load. Anders Lee and John Gabriel Pageau. And that just hit the end of the first period. So far, 9 shots shutout for Sorokin. Elsewhere, no score at the Garden between the Devils and the Rangers. Getting underway later on tonight. The Avalanche taking on the Golden Knights with the Wild and Kings. Nashville Dallas postponed due to the winter storm in Texas. We'll see if there's any more on those trade rumors of Crosby. So, yeah. Originally, there was rumors he would go to Vegas in exchange for Fleury, but that was rebuffed. And then I recently heard Colorado be an interesting spot. Maple Leafs, Oilers, oh goodness. Crosby and McDavid under one roof. Oh, the Western Conference would be in trouble. By way of the hockeywriters.com. This was Friday. What's a trade to a team like the Colorado Avalanche? They also talked to the Canadiens. Toronto, that would definitely be a game changer for them. I mean, I'm stunned. I never in 1,000 years would have thought about the possibility of Sidney Crosby being traded out of Pittsburgh. But then again, the boomers might be going, who did expect to happen to Wayne Gretzky in Edmonton? Yeah, so I guess anything's possible, but I still think Pittsburgh would be foolish to trade Crosby unless they know the core they have now is good enough to compete without him. Yeah. So I'm just hoping that that's all it is rumors. Of course, Cap fans would probably be happy if he left Pittsburgh, but it would only be happy if he was out of. They shipped him somewhere like Edmonton. Be like, not our problem anymore. Well, just once or twice a year, once the NHL returns to normal, of course. 10:40 left in intermission. Okay, about 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes left in intermission. let's see. So here's all the networks that this game is airing on. Nationally in the U.S. on NBCSN, except for the Washington and Pittsburgh areas. In Washington, around the DMV to be exact, you're watching this game on NBC Sports Washington. Out there in Western Pennsylvania, as well as all the Pittsburgh markets, you're watching this on AT&T Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Available north of the border on TVAS, Sportsnet 360, Sportsnet East, and Sportsnet West, and Sportsnet Pacific. At least that's what I think SNP stands for. So. Yep. Radio broadcast for the Capitals, it'll be on WJFK, and the Penguins, WXDX. Or right here on TSR. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the intermission. Well, what's on tap for these two teams next? Thursday night, we'll start with the Capitals. They will host Buffalo. They'll welcome them in for a 2-game set. Well, no. Saturday afternoon, they play the Rangers at 12:30. And then we'll welcome the Pittsburgh Penguins back on the 23rd and 25th in their house. And they will cap off February in New Jersey. The Penguins, meanwhile, Thursday night, they'll welcome in the New York Islanders for a 2-game set Thursday and Saturday. By the way, the Capitals actually play the Devils on the 21st. I don't know if I said that or not. Let's see. Saturday and then it depends, of course, 2-game set in Washington. And then 2-game set in New York. New York at the Islanders. Okay, coming up with 3 minutes left at intermission. About ready to start the second period in the Steel City. No score in the opening frame for either side. Caps had 15 shots on goal. Penguins just 13. Should have recentered these. There we go. Let's see. Looks like we're ready to rock and roll. I'm surprised King Savage didn't arrange a raid where his fellow Penguin fans came on here. I was a little surprised he didn't do that. I was fully anticipating it. But now I'll probably do it because I gave him the idea. Caps with it now. They take it center ice. Coming along the left side. Panik dropped it back. Shot. Didn't look like it went anywhere. Yeah, stoppage of play. And a holding, it looks like. But on who? It looks like it will be on Gensel. It looks like Panik was driving in. Hit it off Jari. The face-off will be to the left of Jari. Won by the Capitals. Carlson with it. Looking, passes over to Backstrom. And now trying to get across ice. Caps take it at center ice. They have to retreat. Carlson with it. Looking, trying to move it up. He will up to center ice. Dumped into the pen zone. Now kept. Carlson looking, gets it over to Backstrom. And he's looking back to Carlson. Trying to move in. Backstrom back to Carlson. Shot! Goes wide. It looks like it went out of play. 1:21 to go in the power play. Face off to the right of Jari. Taken by the Penguins. And they try to get it out. They can't. Caps keep it in the zone. Drop back. Shot fired wide. Play 4 along the left side. Shot. And Jari has it. With now 1:06 to go on the power play. I think that's an O. And to the right of Jari. Face-off taken by the Penguins. And it's dumped into the Cap zone. In a sec, we'll play it. Caps with it. Try to move it up ice. Oshie cross center. Trying to maintain control of it and lost it. Ovechkin keeps it in the zone. Cross ice pass back to Ovechkin. Fires, shot, save, rebound. Nowhere to be found. Backstrom lost it. Caps take it at center ice. Ovechkin with it. Passes over to Backstrom. Backstrom trying to move in. Backstrom lost it. Caps able to get it back, but they have to retreat to center. Carlson passing along. Oshie now with it. Oshie lost control of it. Carlson shot. Shot! Save! Backstrom with it now. Ovechkin. Verona tried to pass it in front. Jarry poked it. And the Pens get it out. And Gensel's out of the box. Shot. Oh, no! He could not get it. Caps with it now. Along the right side. Cross-ice pass. Wilson couldn't pull the trigger. Pence now with it. Cross into the Cap zone behind the net. They lost control of it. Wilson passes and they get it out. And now chance. No! Rebound. It hits the player in front. Pens now take it. Into the Cap zone. Chard trying to play it. He will. Along center ice. Now dumped back into the Pen zone. It will be an icing. Defense still dominating on both sides in Pittsburgh. No score. As Hagelin's opportunity just could not go. Oh, sorry. I thought we were going to a commercial break. Face off to the right of Vanasek. Won by the Penguins. Joseph shot hit a player. Letang tried to pass it across to Crosby. He couldn't corral it. Crosby with it. Looking. Pass. Shot goes wide. They put it along the right side. Caps trying to fight for it. Now they're fighting for it. It's free. Gensel behind the net. Trying to move it up. Crosby clears. No. Pass to Letang. Keeps it in the Cap zone. Caps try to get it out. They will. Joseph has to retreat. To Letang. Back to Joseph. Couldn't corral it, but now he does. They has to dump it into the corner. Char will play it. Took a shot. And Caps play it in the right corner. Going around the left side. Pens take it. Now they fight for it along the left corner. Pens move it. Left to right. Lost control of it. Now they get it out. Dropping back into the Pen zone. Played by Jarry. Dangerously passes it, but he's able to get it out. Caps now with it in the Pen zone. His shot saved by Jarry. Pens trying to get out. They can't. Caps with it behind the net. Ponick drops back. It looks like, oh, can't see who that is. Played in the left corner. Fight for it. Drops a shot. Scores! 73 of the Capitals. That is Connor Sheary haunting his old team. It's the Capitals who draw first blood. Right under the left shoulder of Jarry. And face-off taken by the Penguins or stoppage of play. And it looks like Malkin's going to the sin bin. So not what the Penguins need after allowing the first goal of the game. It looks like he got Kuznetsov. He tripped him. So goal by Sheary, assist by Jensen and Ponick. And the faceoff will come to the left of Jari. Looks like it'll be Oshie for the Capitals. Take the faceoff. And it was won by the Caps. Pens take control of it. And trying to move it up ice, they are. In the center, have to drop back. Their own zone. Looking for help. Trying to move it up ice. And they will. Dump it into the Cap zone. Vanasek will play it. Carlson. Moves it up ice. Lost control of it. Backstrom couldn't clean it. And Vanasek will play it behind the net. Carlson with it. Trying to move it up ice. He will. Carlson past center. Gets it over to Wilson. Wilson drops it back. Hit a Penguin stick. Kuznetsov trying to play it. He lost his stick. And he's looking at the ref saying, "What are you doing to me?" Caps play it behind their net. Now it's taken by Carlson. Trying to move it up. He will. Cross ice. Wilson. Into the left corner. Carlson tries to keep it in. He will. Cross ice to Kuznetsov. Drops back. Carlson hit it off a skate of a Penguin. And intercepted. Penguin's able to get it out. Dump it into the Cap zone. Played by Vanasek. Carlson with it. Try to move it up ice. And pass shot goes wide. Where the broken stick is. Caps with it now. Fires shot wide. Eller with it. Trying to find help. Caps with it now. Kuznetsov. Looking. Pass ice shot. It looked like it hit a player. Ovechkin shot and it hits Jari. And a broken stick still on the ice. Pens trying to play it out. And penalties expired. And now Pens with it now. Driving Malkin shot saved by Vanasek. Trickled wide. Shot saved by Vanasek. Rebound. And Ross could not get. I was 16. That Rust is 17. Caps into the Penguin zone. Backstrom trying to play it into the left corner. Pens trying to get it out. They will. Now they move it up center off the broken stick. Broken sticks out there. Caps with it now. They're dumping into the Pen zone. Trying to play it. They can't. Caps, though, maintain possession in the Pen zone. As Ponick with it. Drops it back. And cross ice to Jensen. And he'll end up flipping it out of play when he's trying to put a shot on net. It was the boys in red who get the first goal of the game as Connor Sheary haunts his old team. 11:53 to go in the second. Caps 1, Pens nothing. Capitals drawing first blood here in the second period. They lead it 1-0. As Connor Sheary's goal was his third of the year. He came at the 4:52 mark of the second period. This will be face off to the left of Jari. Doesn't have the Jerry helmet that he had last year, which was awesome. Fortunately, he doesn't have it this year. Doesn't look like it. Face off taken by the Penguins. Letang will play it. Try to move it up. Crosby wasn't ready for it, so he had to turn around. Now Penn's with it in the Cap zone. Along the boards, Crosby tried to fight with it. Caps get it out. Ovechkin lost it at center ice. Penn's retreating. And Char puts it back into the Penn zone. Penn's, though, dump it up. Here comes Gensel. Gensel shot off the stick of Vanacek. Caps with it now. Moving into the Penn zone. Dropping back. On the right side. Going behind the net. Tried to set up a one-timer, but he couldn't do it. Kuznetsov's pass hit a Penguin. And stoppage of play. I said Russ, who was 16 when he was 17. Number 16, by the way, of the Penguins is Jason Zucker. So my mistake. That one earlier. And faceoff was to the right of Jari. Looked like the Pens won it. Caps, though, keep it in the Penn zone. Looking. Trying to drive. Backstrom lost it. Caps able to keep it in the Penn zone. Played into the right corner, and they fight for it. And looks like we're going to have a penalty upcoming. Looked like Verona got clipped in the face. Looks like the Pens will be shorthanded again. And is it Crosby getting the penalty? It looks like. Let's see. I don't know what it looked like. Oh, no, it's Joseph. Although Verona might have sold that. So it's Joseph getting the penalty, not Crosby. My mistake. Pens win the face-off. And Jari has to cover it. Tried to, and they finally will. So they will get. Try to get Joseph's first name. Pierre-Olivier Joseph for high sticking. Face off to the left of Jari. Caps tonight 0 for 2 on the power play. One by the Capitals. Kuznetsov. Looking. Drops back. Kuznetsov back with it. Shot goes wide. Rebound, and they couldn't get it. Eller tried to put it in. He was unable to. Pens win it now. Skate or die for the Penguins. Shot. No go. Vanacek was able to stand tall. Puck squirted free behind him, but he was able to get control of it. Caps with it now in the Penn zone. Kuznetsov with it. Pass. Wilson cannot control it now. The Caps with it. Trying to keep it in the Penn zone. Wilson shot stopped by Jari. Weller's shot stopped by Jari. Caps still with it now. Kuznetsov shot saved by Jari. And try to see if he's all right. And it looked like right towards the left ear. Tanev with the breakaway. Almost went in. Vanacek lost control of the puck. And, it looked like a skate knocked the puck back. As face off to the left of Jari. The skate blade saved it. Caps could not control it in the pen zone. Carlson drops it back into their own zone. Carlson with it. Trying to move it up ice. That's to drop it back. The Caps get it out to center. They dump it in behind the net. And we got a stoppage of play. So the breakaway opportunity by Brandon Tanev nearly went in after an initial save by Vanasek, but his skate blade knocked the puck back into play as the Pens win the faceoff. Caps take it, though, in their own zone. Try to move it up ice. And Carlson will, but he has to drop it back. Caps now with it across center ice into the Pen zone. Played in the left corner now, going along the right side. Looks like Ovechkin to Carlson. Carlson passing it. Carlson back to Verana. Shot! Goes wide. Rebound and it goes wide again! Pens now take it up. 1-on-1. This is Joseph. Cross ice. Tanev could not get the shot off. Caps now going the other way. Into the pen zone. Oshie. Cross ice pass shot. Score! Verana! Up in the attic where all the junk is, and it's now 2-0 Capitals. A nice one-timer. It looked like Oshie. Yep, Oshie to Verana. Top shelf. And face-off won by the Capitals. Puck goes behind the net. Penguins with it. Now fighting for it along the right corner. Going cross side to the left. Caps with it now behind the net. Played along the right boards. Kept into the zone. Now into the left corner. Pens come away within the right corner. Now moving it on up. Like Zucker. Caps now take it. Guard at the way. And he gets taken down. Play goes on. Caps dump it into the pen zone. Jari plays it. Pens with it now behind the net. Trying to move it out. Caps keep it in the zone. Opportunity. Shot goes wide. Caps keep it in the zone, but they can't get control of it as Gentle moves it up. Caps with it now in their own zone. Trying to move it forward. Dillon with it. Caps still with it behind the net. As Dillon will come away with it, try to move it up. And puck skipped on him now in the pen zone. Drops it back. But they lost control of it. Puck at center ice. Looks like Dillon will get control of it. Moves it up. And now with it, Caps with it. And puck goes out of play on a shot attempt. Oshie to Verana for the second goal of the game. 6:44 to go in the second. Caps lead it 2-0. .644 to go in the second. Caps with the 2-0 lead. Thanks to the Verona goal assist from Oshie and Backstrom. Verana's 5th of the season. And face off. Still back, going into the Cap zone. The Caps will take it. Try to move it up. So fight for it at center. Now the Caps with it. Wipe out along the right side. Moving along the boards. Fighting for it along the left side. Now behind the net, Pens will take it. Try to move it up. And they will. Tenev with it. They'll have to dump it in. And we got to stop it to play. And it was an offside, so the face-off will come to neutral ice. Looks like Malkin will take the face-off for the Pens. Won by the Capitals, though. They move it up ice. Pens with it, try to move it up. Drops back, fires, shot goes wide. Zucker with it. Now moving along the right side. Pens try to keep it in the Cap zone. Caps trying to move it out. Now they fight for it in the right corner. Still fighting for it. Caps with it now. Oshie trying to move it up. And he will. Caps try to move it. Oshie with it along the right side. Pass. Jensen fires it. It hits off Jari and it goes out of play. .526 to go in the second. Still Caps 2, Pens nothing. Back in Pittsburgh, Caps up 2-0. Thanks to goals by Sheary and Verana. Oshie with the setup. Face off to the left of Jari, taken by the Pens. Lost control of it. Caps with it. Played along the boards, and now on the right side, they fight for it. Caps come away with it. Shot gloved by Jari. As he just took it out of midair. It looked like it was more of a pass than a shot. Face-off will be to the right of Jari. Won by the Penguins. They try to move it out. Hit the ref. Penn's still able to get it out into the Cap zone. Shot went wide. Caps try to take it out. He got the center. Penn's dumped it back into the Cap zone. Trying to move it out. They can't. Shot goes wide. And along the boards back into the Penn zone. Try to move it up. They will. And now into the Cap zone. It gets away. Oshie tried to dump it into the Penn zone. He will. Pens have to retreat. Now they try to move it up. They will. Driving. Lost control. Now have to play it along the left side. Crosby. Pass. The Rust. Drops it back. Looking. Has to play it along the boards. Crosby with it. Drops it back. Now playing along the boards to the left side. Pass in front. Got away from the Penguins. Caps able to get it out to center. Pens are trying to play it. But they can't. Caps take it. They have to retreat back into their own zone. And they dump it into the Penn zone. Opportunity. Wilson couldn't make a clean pass, and the Pens now take it. His shot goes wide of the net. And now moved up ice by the Capitals. Shot gloved by Jari. And it was 26 of the Capitals. That is 26. Nick Dowd. Face off to the left of Jari. Won by the Capitals. Shot deflected off a player. Fight for it along the left side. Still fighting for it. And Cap's able to keep it in the Penn zone. Now play behind the net. Pass went off the goal. Pens take it out. Malkin with it. Drops it back. Fires. Shot goes wide. Pens trying to keep it in zone, but the Caps get it out. Moving across into the Penguin zone with Paddock. He lost control of it. Pens trying to move it on out. Joseph with it. Looking. Now moves it to his right. Puck along the boards. Now into the Caps zone where Chara will play it. Jensen. Lost control of it. Now he's trying to move it out. He will. And now 2-on-1. Hagelin could not control it. And it looks like he was offside. Hagelin, another former Penguin, now a Capital, as him, Connor Sheary, and Justin Schultz crossed over enemy lines. .221 to play here in the second. Face off at neutral ice, won by the Capitals. As is now Carlson with it, dumps it into the Penn zone. Fight for it along the left side. taken by the Penguins. And they dump it into the Caps zone. And it was Rust with it. Caps trying to move it out. Down, clears it. And Penn's now with it. Rust gets it over to Crosby. Cross ice pass. Looking, fire shot, saved by Vancek. Rebound goes wide. And a wipeout at the net. And starting to get a little rough down there. But the ref's trying to settle it. It looked like it was Mike Matheson who was driving in, and he was turned away by Vanacek. Yeah, it was Matheson and Orlov getting into it. Matheson collided with Vanacek, and Orlov did not like that. And it will end up with Matheson getting a penalty for goalie interference. I never did take... My goodness. I always seem to forget something when I'm doing telecasts, don't I? Face-off won by the Capitals. As Backstrom's with it. Looking. Drops back. Fires. Shot saved by Jari. Penn's able to get it. And we'll clear it out. Sorry. In the Penn zone, they fight for it along the left side. Fighting for it, still fighting for it. As we're closing in on a minute to play here in the second. Still fighting. Still fighting. Still fighting. Caps with it. No, now the Penn's cleared out. Played by Vanacek over to Backstrom. Backstrom up ice. To back Carlson. Along the left side, it goes into the left corner. Penn's able to clear it out. Vanacek plays it. And Ovechkin with it. 35 seconds to go in the second. Drops it back. Now coming across center ice. Pass over. Looks like Eller. And fighting for it. Kuznetsov passes over to Ovechkin. Drops it back. Ovechkin now with it. Cross ice. Shot saved by Jari. Eller could not get enough on it. Kuznetsov to Eller. Drops it back and it gets away. 5 seconds to go. Vanacek. Throw it to the right side. And that will do it for the second period. .40 minutes in the books here in Pittsburgh. The Caps leading 2-0. All right, second intermission in Pittsburgh with the Capitals up 2-0. Thanks to goals by Connor Sheary and Jacob Barana. Sheary getting one on his old team at 4:52 from Richard Panik and Nick Jensen. And then at 11:31, Verana from Oshie and Backstrom put them up 2-0. Caps outshot the Penguins in the second, 19-5, bringing the overall total of the game to 34 for the Caps and 18 for the Pens. Neither side getting it going on the power play. Caps 0 for 4, Pens 0 for 2. Penguins still dominating the faceoff circle, winning 55% of the faceoffs. Caps 8 block shots, Penguins 7. Penguins though with 4 takeaways. Capitals just 2. Capitals 4 giveaways. Penguins just 1. Penguins out hitting the Capitals 21-18. And that's it from Washington. We go elsewhere around the league in Buffalo. The Islanders taking on the Sabres. And it's the Islanders still up 2-0 with goals from, well, wait, 2-0, that was a little bit ago. Yep, still 2-0 goals from Lee and Pageau. Still proving to be the difference makers. Meanwhile, at MSG, the Devils and Rangers tied at 2. As the Devils scored the first goal by Pavel Zacha. That was at 7:37. That was on the power play. Rangers answered back with a Colin Blackwell goal at 11:32. Devils, though, put one in at 17:14 by Will Butcher, his first goal of the year. Rangers, though, able to get one just before the period ends at 19:27 by Pavel Bubnevic, his fourth of the year. As we're tied at 2 in the Garden. I will be back. Ready to start third period. The Capitals up 2-0. We'll be on the power play for another 16 seconds to start off the period. They're showing highlights the first 40 minutes. We're not quite ready to get going as we're about ready to start the third period. After this, Caps still up 2-0. Ready to start the third period in the Steel City. And Face-off won by the Penguins. Dumps it into the cap zone. Played by Carlson. Carlson tries to move it up. Kuznetsov with it. Puck bounces on him, so he has to dump it into the corner. And now Caps with it back in their own zone, passing. And now the Pens with it. Letang trying to move it forward. Dumps it into the cap zone into the right corner. Played by Dillon. And it will be an icing. And face-off will be to the right of Jari. Backstrom will take it for the Capitals. And drop back. Fire shot. Long range by Orlov. Went wide. Caps still maintain it, but now the Penguins with it 3-on-2. And they have to put it into the cap zone where they will play it. Try to move it up. Backstrom. Try to get the Verona. It skipped on him. And it's going to the behind the net. Wilson plays it in the left corner. And a shot gloved by Jari. Yep. Get rid of this. Their penalty was up a while ago. And looked like the Caps got a shot off the face-off. It was stopped by Jari. Long-range shot was turned away. Shot! Scores! It was Eller! And the Caps now lead it 3-0. Eller, who had an opportunity earlier in the game when a dump in took a strong bounce back to him. This time he went up to the attic where all the junk is and puts the Capitals up 3-0. And face-off won by the Capitals. Bad pass, and they're unable to get it out of their zone. Pens with it. Along the boards. Playing along the left side. Caps moving along to the right side. Now the puck goes into the Pen zone. And play will continue. There's no icing. But the Pens with it. Try to move it up. They will. They fight for it along the center ice. Caps now with it in their own zone. Try to move it up. Waiting. Try it. Now they will move it up. Eller has to drop it back. An assist by Panik and Oshie on the Eller goal. Pens played in their own zone. Try to move it up. And they will. Dump it into the Cap zone. Caps take it. Gets it out the center ice where the Pens are going to dump it right back into the Cap zone. Played by Vanasek. Carlson moves along the right side. Pens with it. Eller to Dillon behind the net. Dillon puts it along the left side into the Pen zone. And it will be an icing. Eller's goal, second of the year. And it puts the Caps up 3-0. The Penguins will have 3 or more goals in 13 of 14 games this season. Including now 4 of them against the Capitals, despite still winning them, as Vanasek will cover it up. Still plenty of time left. 17:23 to go. A face-off to the right of Vanasek. And it's taken by the Caps. Played along the left boards. Getting away into the pen zone. Panik fighting for it in the right corner. Squirt free to Pence now with it. Trying to move it up. And Ross could not stay on side. Oh, but they're going to still go. I thought he was offside. Caps, though, cleared out. Penn's taken at center. Looked like Joseph where they lost control of it. Penn's able to get it back. Behind the net. Now along the left side. They'll fight for it. Ovechkin with it now. It's taken by the Caps, but they lose it. They get it back. Oshie's shot goes wide. As Joseph moves it along the boards to Malkin. Malkin looking to try to move it up. He has to drop it back. Played by Tanev. And he moves up. Tanev lost control of it. And they come in offside. Face off at neutral ice. And they're going to get the Pens for a false start on Malkin. Face off won by the Capitals. Played at center ice now with it. Tanev over pursued it. Offside wiped out. Drives a shot. Saved by Vanasek. It goes all the way back to the pen zone. They're going to play it. Trying to move it up. Into the Caps zone. Looking for help. Shot saved by Vanasek. On Malkin. And Matheson dropped it back to Malkin. But right into the breadbasket of Vanasek. Face off won by the Capitals. Get it out, try to get out the center. They will. Have to drop it back. Trying to move forward. They can't. Caps have to take back into their own zone. Now get it out. Dumps it into the pen zone. Now behind the net. A player lost their stick. Penn's able to clear it out into the Caps zone. Race for it. And they are going to call icing. As Dylan was able to stay ahead of number 18 of the Penguins. That is Sam Lafferty. Face off to the left of Jari. Won by the Penguins. They're trying to move it up. They can't. And now they will. The puck goes into the Cap zone and looks like another icing. And Lafferty laying out Chara. And what's the saying? The bigger they are, the harder they fall? Face off to the left of Jari, won by the Penguins. Moving along the boards. Now center ice, Caps able to keep it in the pen zone though. But the Pen's able to take it back and to get it out to center ice. Dumped into the Caps zone, played by Vanasek. Taken along by Orlov. Dumped into the left corner. And Matheson lost it. Shot on goal by Ovechkin, but it was stopped by Jari. Matheson moving it forward. Matheson lost it. Now they fight for it behind the net now into the right corner, taken by Oshie. passes it up. And now the puck goes into the Penn zone, played behind the net. Trying to move it forward. And the puck goes into the Cap zone. Gensel couldn't do anything. Now played along the left side. Now the Caps with it. Trying to move it up. And Pontiac's pass got away from Eller, but he was able to retrieve it. Played for in the left corner. Now they fight for it. Taken by the Penguins. Trying to move it up. They can't. Perfect opportunity. Pontiac could not get a shot off, though. But he's still able to keep it in the zone. Shot! It looks like it went high and wide. They tried to put one on net, but it hit a group in front. Dillon with it. Passes it along. Carlson. Drops it back. Gets it over to Eller. Tries passing it will go along the boards. And there's a stoppage of play. Eller with his second goal of the year, and it's 3-0 now. Capitals with 12:58 to go. .13:03 to go in the game. Caps leading by a field goal, 3-0. The start track. I can't really read it. Face off goes to the left of Jari. And it was Joseph who will get the gate for interference. Caps today 0 for 4 on the power play. They'll get a fifth chance here. A shot and goes wide. And the puck goes into the Cap zone when Carlson will retrieve it. Looking to move it forward. Gets it over to Ovechkin at center ice. Now it drops it back. Backstrom over to Verona. Caps with it in the pen zone. Gets it over to Ovechkin. Back to Carlson. Shot goes wide. And the Pens can't clear it out. Carlson with it. Drops it back. Oh, Carlson with it now again. Looking, passes. Pass it over to Ovechkin to Carlson. Tried to get it out in front, but it hit a player in front, so it went back to him. Backstrom with it. Gets to the Backstrom. Looking, passes. Look at Ovechkin, back to Backstrom. Overshot, stopped by Jari. Cap still with it. Looking. Backstrom over to Ovechkin. And Jari gets it out, but they can't. Carlson, shot! That was Oshie, and he couldn't get it, and the Pens able to clear it out. Vanasek will hold it over. Caps take it out. This is Kuznetsov who will dump it in. Pens try to clear it out. They can't! Kuznetsov shot. It goes wide. Pens with it. And they clear it out. Caps take it in their own zone as the penalty expires. Try to move it up. It was Kuznetsov. Plays it behind the net. Looking. Drops it back now. On the left side. Shot saved by Jari. Chara plays it over to Hathaway. Hagelin with it along the left side. Drops it back. Shot saved by Jari. Penn's able to get it out. And puck along center ice. Dumped into the Caps zone. The Caps will play it there. Oh, Penn's with a shot. Saved by Vanasek. Pens keep it. Another shot, and it goes wide. Still with it behind the net. Caps play it. Try to move it up ice. And they will. Dump it into the Pen zone. Dowd trying to get it. He cannot. Matheson beats him to it. Trying to move it out. He gets it up ice. Pens dump it into the Cap zone. Played by Vanasek. Taken by Orlov. Throws it to the right side. Now they fight for it along the right side. Looking for help. Still fighting for it. Squirts free to Caps. At least able to get it to center ice. And they're going to fight for it. Pens with it. Passes along center, but now it goes back to center ice, so they have to retreat. Try it again. And lost control of it. Caps trying to get it out. They will. Gensel to Letang. Letang gets it over the Rust. Shot saved by Vanasek. Caps with it now. They try to move it up ice. And Wilson in the left corner. Puck is free. Now taken by the Penguins. They try to move it up. Dump it into the Caps zone. As we're coming up on 8.5 minutes to go in the game. Caps up 3-0. Now in the Pen zone, they fight for it along the right side. Pens eventually coming up with it, trying to take it out. They will. Driving. Pass. Shot. Saved by Vanasek. And a collision up and around the right side. Caps with it now. 1-on-1. Oh, 1-on-2, but they can't get anything with it. Pens play. They try to move it up. They will. But now the Caps dump it right back into the Pen zone. Oshie trying to fight for it in the corner. Now the Pens moving up. 2-on-2 up developing. And Vanasek swats it to his right. Going along the left side. Malkin passing. Gives it away. Now they fight for it in the right corner. Now behind the net. Going along the left side. Pens with it now. Malkin drops it. Fires it and hit a crowd in front. Still fighting for it behind the net now. Malkin with it to the left, to the right side, excuse me. And it gets poked free. Malkin has to retreat. Taken up by Matheson. Passes. And it goes into the Cap zone in the right corner. They're going to try to move it up. Pens have it in their own zone. Moves up the center. And Gensel Crosby. Russ could not hold on to it. Taken by Letang. Trying to pass it over to Crosby. Can't get there. As Caps take along the right side. Taken by Hagelin. Trying to move it to his right. Now it's the retreat. As Dillon backs up, passes it up to Eller. Over to Panik to the left corner. Panik drops it back. Dillon passes. Shot stopped by Jari. And the Pens try to take it up. Into the Cap zone. They have to fight for it in the left corner. And they'll have it. Pass in front. Shot goes wide. Now they play it behind the net, trying to fight for it. Fighting for it. 5:40 to play in the game. Caps with it now. Eller takes it across center. Dropped it back. Wilson dumps it into the left corner. Pens will play it. Try to move it up. It's along the boards. They get it out the center. Now behind the net. On the left side. And the Pens have to retreat. Trying to move it up. They will. At center. Right side. This is Matheson. Matheson over to Gensel. Drops back. Shot. Scores! Number 12 of the Penguins. That is. Zach Aston Reese and the Penguins are on the board. Savasek less than 5 minutes away from a shutout, but Aston Reese went top shelf. I'll keep calling 53 Gensel. It's Bluger. Dropped it back to Zach Aston Reese. It went up to the attic where the junk is. Oh, but could the Caps argue, Pat, that this is goalie interference? Are they going to challenge it? Nope, they're going to let it ride. Pens with it in the Cap zone. Dump on nets. Was hit in front. They play it in the right corner, trying to fight for it. Caps with it now. Zoshi gets it out. And here we go. Shot! Stopped by Jari as he was able to cut off. It looked like Ovechkin. Assists were by Marino and Bluger. And a shot goes wide and wide. Pens trying to move it out. Puck got away from Malkin. Is played behind the net into the right corner. Malkin passing. Another pass to Letang. So it was Marino, not Matheson, and Bluger, not Gensel. So my mistake. As Letang will play it at center ice. Dumped it into the zone. Caps try to play it, but the Pens are with it. Pass. Letang. Side to Crosby, and they are able to get it out. As Joseph will play it in the left corner. Move it out. Rust dropped it to Crosby. Cross ice. Gensel over to Crosby. And the Caps try to get it out. Ovechkin will play it in the left corner. Gets it over to Jensen, who will get it out. And the Pens will have to retreat back into their zone. 3 minutes to go in the game. And along the left side now, trying to move it up is Backstrom. Dropped it back. Caps get it out the center ice. A fight for it along the Penguin bench. It's eventually taken by Bluger. And Matheson with it, looking, gets it over to Marino. As he'll dump it into the right corner. Caps try to play it along the boards. Pens keep it in the zone. As Matheson lost it, now the Caps with it. Backstrom dumps it into the... And the Pens will play it. 2:15 to go. And it will be dumped into the Caps zone. Played by Crosby along the right side. Caps able to dump it out. And it's an empty net, but an icing with 1:59 to play. So for Zach Aston Reese, that's his third goal of the third goal of the year. Sits by blue guard John Marino, no relation to Dan, by the way. They fight for it along the left side. And puck pokes free. Caps try to get it out. They will. For the empty net. No, it's wide left. Pens try to move it out. Crosby over the Rust. Rust drops it back. Bounced on the player. Cross ice to Crosby. Drops it back. Fire shot goes wide as it was deflected in front. Pens with it. They're trying to move it along. Letang passing back. Going around the horn now. Gets it to Letang. Looking. Passes in the corner. Rust shot. Saved by Vanasek. Caps got to try to corral it. And there's a stoppage of play. And a penalty was upcoming for the Capitals. And it's on Sheary. So 66 seconds left. So the Caps, unless they surrender a goal, are going to be shorthanded the rest of the way. So we'll get some 6-on-4 here. Vanasek 24 saves tonight. Unfortunately, was 455 away from a shutout, and he let one get past him. So it is a hook on Sheary. 66 seconds to go. And it will be a 6-on-4 with the empty net for the Penguins. Face-off won by the Penguins. Looking, passes to his left. Looking, passing back. Shot goes wide. Caps try to get it out. They can't. Penn's still with it. On the right side. Moving it behind the net. Gets it over to Crosby. Crosby looking. Passes. Malkin shot, long range, saved by Vanasek. Caps try to get it out. Fanned on the attempt. And a stoppage of play with 32.6 to go. .127 to go on the power play. Its face-off is at neutral ice. Caps with it now. It's Carlson able to get it out. The Pens have to retreat in center ice. Dumps it into the Caps zone. Carlson with it. Pens with it now. Crosby drops it back. And it goes back to Crosby. Cross ice pass.